Hello, hello. My name's Connie K, a health and wellness coach at Integrative Healing Works. And I am so glad that you were able to make it here to this meeting. I'm really excited to share with you 5 steps to cleansing and detox so that you can have a healthy gut. And this having a healthy gut is, well, cleansing and detox is a big part of how we maintain our health, because most of our immune system is found in the gut. So let me start by introducing myself. I am health and wellness coach, certified by the Institute of Integrative Nutrition, a fantastic nutrition school where I learned a ton of strategies, 100 different approaches to nutrition. Welcome to my presentation again. Today I will share some strategies that will help you, that you can use starting today to improve your health and wellness. I will show you how to get started in 5 simple steps. First of all, I am a health and wellness coach, as I said, and a graduate of the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. I am passionate about health and wellness, and I've spent my life researching and using myself as a guinea pig in trying different natural approaches to dealing with my own health issues. I struggled for many years with asthma, allergies, belly bloat, and candida. And I didn't realize that they had anything to do with detox or with having toxins in my body, or that the toxins could relate to my asthma. Well, since moving to Albuquerque the past 10 months or so, I have been able to turn around my health to a huge degree, thanks to my holistic doctor and my fantastic health coach, Rachel Feldman, and also just because I've been more observant of my own body. So I love sharing my journey and what I've learned during my lifetime. Our bodies cleanse. First of all, this is basic information about detox and how it works. Our bodies naturally cleanse at the change of every season. And even though it does that naturally, we will find that if we don't support the body in doing that, because there are so many toxins, we'll find that we get sick when our body we'll get symptoms of colds and flu at the change of temperature, at the change of seasons. So for that reason, I encourage people to detox at least twice a year, once in the spring and once in the autumn, although you can do it more often if you choose. We can support, like I said, we can support the body's natural tendency to detox through clean eating and other strategies, which I'm going to share with you today. A seasonal cleanse or detox is not meant to be difficult, and certainly the detox program that I am going to show you is not difficult at all once you understand it. A detox is about cleansing and unclogging the pipes through clean eating, through healthy eating. It's not about deprivation, pills, powders, or supplements. A seasonal cleanse, although you can use those, but that's not what you don't have to, but you can use them if you choose. A seasonal cleanse is a tool you can use to improve your health and vitality in the comfort of your own home. That's the cool part. You get to do it in your own home. You don't have to go anywhere. You can just do it right in your own home, and I'm going to give you the tools. Detox and gut health. Taking action to support your gut health is a vital part. Yes, there we go. Is vital to a healthy life. Did you know that 95% of your serotonin, which is your feel-good hormone, and 80% of your immune system is in your gut? That's why if you have a clogged up gut, or it's not functioning right, things aren't moving through, you aren't absorbing your nutrients, you aren't releasing what you need to release, you will get sick more often, because that's where your immune system is. In my Restore Your Gut program, which I'm kicking off on Monday, you will learn a ton of strategies, many strategies to rebuild and restore gut health and allow your body to restore vibrant health naturally. I'll also show you how to incorporate healthy cultured foods and probiotics and drinks into your diet to help decrease the toxins in your body. But that being said, I'm also going to give you the 5 basic steps today to get so that you can get started. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. There we go. Toxic overload. That's my story, and big time. I actually, when I moved to Albuquerque, I was tested to find out what toxins were in my body and how they could relate to the symptoms I was having. I was having brain fog, memory issues. I was having symptoms ADHD, which I've never had in my life. ADHD, I wanted my legs wanted to move all the time. I just could not stand it to be in my own body. It was just very, very uncomfortable. I mean, all the time. Anxiety, all the time. So here is why. And they did find quite a few toxins in my overload, toxic overload. Among the 212 chemicals tested and found in the blood and urine of most Americans, 6 of them in particular are found in virtually every person, and they were identified by the CDC as probable, not possible, probable health hazards. PBDEs, which is a flame retardant, and they're found in just about every building, can cause damage to the nervous system, the liver, and the kidney. And I'm afraid many of us are exposed to these. BPA is found in plastic products, can linings, and it's a reproduction and developmental and systemic toxin in animal studies, and is weakly estrogenic, which means estrogen disrupts your estrogen, which can impact our reproductive system and our hormones. PFOA, also known as Teflon, affects the liver, the immune system, and reproductive system. So Teflon may not be the best material to cook with. Acrylamide is a chemical carcinogen formed when carb foods are cooked at high temperatures. Exposure can lead to cancer and neurological dysfunction. So I think the message is to avoid cooking things at high temperatures. Mercury is the most common route of exposure is seafood. Now, my doctor told me to stay away from seafood because of the mercury, but it's also found in amalgams in your teeth. And she recommended that I have them removed, which I did. And actually, I am feeling much better. So it says exposure can lead to cancer and neurological dysfunction, which, as you know, that's what I was starting to experience. And finally, MTBE is a gasoline additive linked to neurological and reproductive problems. And unfortunately, most of us, all of us, are exposed to that if we live anywhere where there are cars, airplanes, any of those modern transportation vehicles. So that's not a way to get away from it. We must figure out how to remove it from our bodies. Here are the 5 simple steps we can take for a successful detox. And I promised you 4, but I'm giving you 5. So that's even better, right? Step number 1, understanding toxins. What are toxins? The Nemours Foundation defines a toxin as a chemical or a poison that is known to have harmful effects on the body. Toxins can come from food or water from chemicals used to grow or prepare food, and even from the air that we breathe, as I found out. Well, obviously, a person who has asthma is going to have it affect their lungs more than other people. Our bodies process those toxins through organs like the liver and kidneys and eliminate them in the form of sweat, urine, and feces. Those are the natural body processes that eliminate the toxins that we are all exposed to. Okay. Toxins in our body. Due to the constant exposure of toxins on a daily basis, it's easy for them to become more than our body or our liver to handle adequately. The toxins in our body were meant to be excreted through the liver and filtered through the kidneys. However, with so many toxins in our food and our environment, the body begins to show further signs and symptoms of toxicity. Now that's when we need to detox. So for example, symptoms of toxicity include disease, in other words, getting sick in any way, shape, or form, like at the change of the season, or not, or anytime. We could have metabolism issues, such as our metabolism is too slow or it's too fast, something is out of kilter. Blood sugar imbalances, like with diabetes, so we may have too high a blood sugar, too low, or we fluctuate and we don't have it in balance, and our body may lose its ability to do that. Something that's not on here is poor absorption, which leads to fatigue. If you're not absorbing your food, you will be tired. If you're not absorbing the nutrients, you'll be tired and fatigued almost all the time, like myself. Fertility issues. You may want to get pregnant, but you cannot. I found that to be my case when I was younger. I really wanted to get pregnant with my husband, and no matter how hard we tried, I never got pregnant. And I now, looking back, believe that it was due to having so many toxins built up, stored in my body, which, of course, I didn't know it at the time, but that's what happened. Hormonal imbalances, like we talked about, the plastics can affect the hormonal balance. Neurological issues such as ADD, ADHD, and even autism. Asthma and allergies are another symptom, not the entire answer, not the necessarily the cause, but it can make both of those worse. And by strengthening your immune system, your symptoms of both will decrease to a great degree, depending on your body. Everybody's body is different. I'm not going to make any claims, but it's what I found it to be helpful for myself. Step number 2, knowing when you need to detox. These are some of the things that you may experience. Are you having problems sleeping regularly? Do you wake up fatigued even after getting your full 8 hours? Or maybe you go to sleep, but you wake up in the middle of the night and you can't get back to sleep. Do you have health issues that never seem to let up? Like in my case, the asthma, allergies, belly bloating, and gas. We don't like to talk about that, but those were things that I never seemed to, no matter what I did, I never seemed to get rid of them. So are you having issues losing excess weight? And I had that too. And it all kind of corrected itself once I started clean eating. Are you experiencing digestive trouble? I wasn't absorbing my nutrients no matter. I was eating very healthy, but I was not able to absorb my food. By using some of these detox strategies, those digestive problems are much, much, much better. Do you have skin problems? I had that. For a short time, I had that also. So, step number 3 of 5. This is what you need to do. Consume green juices. Now, what that means is you have to have a juicer and you juice. I don't use that strategy very much myself. I prefer to go with the green smoothies, but that's just my personal preference. It's what my holistic physician recommended. Green leafy veggies, coconut oil, avocados, and other veggies, put them together, put them in a blender, blend them up, and those were what really helped me to start detoxing, but in combination with other strategies. Eating good quality fats to support a healthy liver, detoxification in the liver is extremely important to keep clean. So good quality fats include hemp, chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, olive oil, avocado oil, and coconut oil, yes. Finally, consuming mineral-rich drinks such as coconut water for optimal hydration. There's, yes, of course, you need to up your water intake, because if you aren't sufficiently hydrated with sufficient water and oils, your body is going to have a hard time removing the toxins. So that was me. I tend to be very dry, so I needed to add in good oils and up my intake of water and minerals. Simple detox step 4 out of 5. These are support tools that you can use in addition to the foods that you eat. So some of these strategies include oil pulling, putting on a castor pack on the right side of your belly, Epsom salt baths. They're amazing. They're very, very helpful. Tongue scraping to get the bad bacteria off your tongue. Skin brushing, rebounding, and sauna. These are just a few. Rebounding is when you bounce on a trampoline. So here are how to do it. Oil pulling has been a common detoxification practice for centuries. You can use coconut oil or sesame oil. You put 1 to 2 tablespoons of the oil in your mouth. Swish the oil for 5 to 20 minutes. Now for me, I did it for only 10 minutes and then got about my day. I have never tried it for 20 minutes. It seems a bit long, but I did it for 10 minutes and then spit the oil into the trash can to avoid it hardening and clogging up your sink, especially if it's coconut oil. If it's sesame oil, like that's not a hard oil, but it should be okay. But you don't want to throw those microbes and germs down your sink, because then they'll be breeding down in your sink, and you don't really want that. So Ayurveda recommends sesame oil, and coconut oil is good as well. So the next step, rinse your mouth with water with a little bit of sea salt in it, then brush your teeth. So, and finally, you should do oil pulling on an empty stomach for best results. I think the best time in my knowledge and experience is before, is right upon rising. That's when your stomach is truly empty. Before bed, it depends on how long since you had that meal, and since the long sleep, your stomach is really truly empty in the morning. So, and if you're doing both oil pulling and tongue scraping, you should start with the oil pulling and then the tongue scraping in case to get off anything that was left on there after the oil pulling. The castor oil pack. The castor oil pack is another inexpensive way to naturally support your detoxification pathways. So it's recommended that you use a castor oil pack for 35 to 45 minutes, 1 to 3 times a week during detox. When you decide, okay, I'm going to start the detox on X day, and I'm going to detox, eat in a certain way to promote detox and rebuilding of your gut. So 1 to 3 times a week during that period of time. Then what the procedure is you rub castor oil in your stomach. Actually, the right side is best, and upper right and upper abdomen. So that's basically the liver and upper abdomen. Now, some people prefer to soak a cloth, towel, or old shirt in the castor oil, wrap the pack in plastic wrap, BPA free, of course, and then wrap it all the way around to hold it in place. I found that it's easier for me just to put it right on my skin and then put a piece of plastic on my tummy and then lie down with a hot water bottle right on top of it and just relax for a while. And it's a very gentle process. It will help you. You'll feel the difference after you do that. It helps the liver to start moving and start releasing the toxins in its natural, accustomed way. Epsom salts baths. Soaking for 20 minutes in an Epsom salts bath is excellent. It's a wonderful tool for body, mind, and spirit. You add 1/4 cup, this is the recipe, add 1/4 cup of Epsom salts, 1/2 cup of baking soda, and 1/4 cup of 1/2 cup of sea salt. Now, I personally don't add that much salt. It's too expensive. I add much less. Just several teaspoons. I know that this says 1/2 cup, but I've gotten good results just with a little bit less sea salt. And you can also add 1/4 cup of raw apple cider vinegar. You don't have to, but that's just another alkalizing tool that you can use. Then for even a more relaxing effect, you can add a few drops of lavender, which is very, very soothing, very, very relaxing. And then the final touch, enjoy a cup of nice herbal tea, such as nettle or chamomile during or after your bath. So that is all in a nutshell. That's the Epsom salt bath, which will help pull out the toxins, especially the Epsom salts. Tongue scraping is an important strategy. By tongue scraping every morning, you remove bacteria that can lead to poor digestion and liver stagnation. And actually, by tongue scraping, you not only remove the bacteria, but you stimulate the digestive juices to start flowing. So it will help the digestive processes. So you should tongue scrape before brushing your teeth, because when you brush your teeth, you're going to get all of that out. And then rinse your mouth out. The tongue scraper, you reach as far back as possible and pull forward, scraping off the white film, which is basically Candida and Streptococcus mutans, bad bacteria. It's very simple to detox naturally when you have support. So you can do all of these things on your own, and that's totally up to you. Anyone can do this, but when you have support, it's so much easier to have someone there that you can ask your questions, ask about any kind of reactions that you're getting, any kind of what to do in this scenario. Something happened that's you weren't planning on. What should you do? It's great to have other people who are in the same process to share with, and an experienced health coach like myself to help you. The simple detox step 5, get help and support. So I'm going to talk a little bit about support. The best way to have successful and simple detox is to get help and support from a professional that understands and cares about your needs and well-being. I had that in my holistic medical doctor and in my health coach, Rachel Feldman. That's why I created my fabulous 8-week Restore Your Gut program, where I will teach you exactly how to use clean eating and restore balanced digestion to allow your body to naturally detox and rebuild the gut lining. All of this is done without pills or powders, but with clean foods. I will give you a simple step-by-step tools like these that you can use in the privacy of your home to support the cleansing and rebuilding process that your body wants to do and is really trying hard to do. So, how this program is different. You will be detoxing with ease, eating foods such as avocado, amazing salads, smoothies, and delicious raw protein balls. I believe in adding in healthy foods to combat the pollutants, chemicals, and toxins we breathe in every day. I do not believe in extreme approaches. Extreme approaches can be very harsh on your body and end up being counterproductive, having the opposite effect of what we want. So it can end up tearing it down instead of building it up. So our goal is to revitalize your body without using harsh chemicals or a harsh approach, deprivation. That doesn't go with me. So this is your chance. Let the door swing open to the healthiest version of you. You will learn how to choose the best foods for you for the rest of your life. This isn't just for the 8 weeks of the program. This is for the rest of your life. You will have enough calories and enough food to feel energetic, satisfied, and even including yummy snacks if you should need them. You will create a healthy gut ecosystem, drop excess weight, let go of food cravings, and kiss goodbye allergies. And you feel fantastic, absolutely fantastic. When you are finished with this program, you'll feel fantastic. So this is what you'll get in my Restore Your Gut Health program. You will get 8 full weeks, that's a lot, of suggested recipes. You can pick and choose or swap out however you want to do it. You don't have to, it's not a prescription. You don't have to do this day, this day. They are recommended, they're suggested, but you can swap them out if you happen to like something else better. If you don't happen to have the ingredients, you can swap them out and to support your own process. Or you had a bad reaction to a certain food, you have an allergy to a certain food. Totally acceptable. And you'll have your choice of vegetarian or omnivore, or even combining both if you want to try both. A private forum, emails from myself, emails from me, where you can ask your personal questions if you don't want to ask them on the forum, but you can also ask them on the forum. A guidebook, articles, shopping lists, a kitchen facelift, which is very healthy. If we happen to have only healthy foods in the kitchen, that is a good strategy because we'll be less likely to indulge in things that are not so good for us. A personal diary, talks, accountability, extremely important. It's easy to fall off the horse when you don't have someone to be accountable to or ask you how you're doing, how you're feeling. Accountability can help you stay on track. And a private consult when the program is over. When the program is over, you will get a free consult, my gift to you. During the program, you can get a paid consult, but the free one is a gift at the end of the program. You can also get a free consult before the program starts, just to see to answer your question and see if this is right for you. So my recommendation is go to www.integrativehealingworks.com today to sign up before the early bird prices go up at midnight tonight. So again, thank you for joining me this afternoon. I really appreciate your presence. I know you have a choice in how you spend your time, how you spend who you listen to, and I am honored that you have trusted me. The early bird special is on until tonight at midnight, as I said earlier. For the best price, jump on board my fantastic 8-week Restore Your Gut program today. So you'll get a half price. Well, it's not really half price. It's $97. That's incorrect there. It's $97. A huge bargain. You'll get 8 weeks of support, energizing recipes, accountability, and materials that will amaze and delight you. That's my goal. So again, this is Connie K, Health and Wellness Coach at www.integrativehealingworks.com, signing off. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.